a new era, and a new coach. Tune in Friday nights all season long as the Roseburg Indians take to the gridiron for some hard-hitting high school football action in year number 1 under head coach Matt Watson. Live video broadcast today sponsored by the Cow Creek Tribe. Audio also available on the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Now let's head to the field. Here's Joey Kieran and Knight Ureski.
Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Morrow Field on the campus of South Eugene High School in beautiful Eugene, Oregon, as we sit high atop the grandstands overlooking College Hill here in southern Eugene. We get ready for tonight's matchup between your Roseburg Indians and the South Eugene Axe. Along with Knight Uretsky, I'm Joey Kieran. We welcome you into our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run of the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Knight, the Roseburg Indians come in. They are looking to end that 3-game losing skid that they have had, and here is their opportunity to try and do it against a South Eugene team that has not won a game this season. A program that's trying to build its way back, and it's a golden opportunity for Roseburg to try and get their season back on track.
Absolutely, and you look at the standings right now. Willamette, Churchill, Thurston, North Eugene, Crater, all ahead of Roseburg. Roseburg right now just 1-4 in league play. But Crater, a team they beat earlier this season, just ahead of them at 2-3 in league play. North Eugene 4-2, and North Eugene has a couple of tough games ahead of them. It's going to be tough to see if Roseburg can get into the top 3 with Thurston at 5-1. It's actually impossible for them to get in the top 3, and so now it's up to them to try to get a at-large bid. And the way that you do that is win. You got to win, and over these next 3 weeks against South Eugene tonight, Eagle Point next week, and Springfield for the last game of the season. You got to win those 3 games, finish over 500, and make your case for a playoff position. But this is a South Eugene team that's 0-5. They're only averaging 5.7 points a game offensively. It's a team that struggled to score some points. Yes, they did score 20 points last week, have some positive momentum, but this feels like a bounce-back game for Roseburg after that 41-21 loss last week against Willamette.
We'll see how this one plays out here tonight. We got plenty to discuss as we make our way through the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Coming up, we get a chance to talk with head coach Matt Watson. It's our Evergreen Family Medicine pregame coaches interview. Expect the unexpected at Evergreen Family Medicine. Serving Roseburg, Myrtle Creek, and Sutherland, Evergreen offers more than traditional primary care. You can always expect more from Evergreen. Don't forget, tonight's game is streaming live with video coverage online at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel. Search 1490 The Score on YouTube. You'll find us there. Hit the subscribe button, and you'll be able to make sure you don't miss our next broadcast here on The Score. The live video coverage is brought to you by the Cow Creek Tribe. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, come back with head coach Matt Watson here on the Roseburg Disposal pregame show on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
When the first Cascade branch opened in 1948, things were a lot different here. The fact they're still here says a lot about the way they do business.
Staying in business for 75 years requires the cooperation of generations. It's the desire to learn and grow with your community.
My account number is only 5 digits long. What that tells me is that this is a local credit union.
Cascade Community Credit Union would like to thank you for 75 years of growth and support here in Douglas County.
It's the Like, back here with more of our Roseburg Disposal pregame show on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM, streaming with video at 541radio.com. It's time for our Evergreen Family Medicine pregame coaches interview, and joining us is Coach Matt Watson. Coach, well, we are here into the final third of this season. It's amazing how fast these things go. Looking back last week, I know not the result you guys wanted. You talked about the toughness and the no quit in your team last week. What have you seen from them in response this week at practice after a tough one at home last Friday?
Just the same response that we've been getting. The guys have been doing a good job of having a short memory, texting about let's do film, texting, saying, hey, I'm ready to get after it. Let's get after it on Monday. High energy on Monday, high energy today. We love what we're seeing from the guys so far this week.
You know, looking back at it, I know turnovers a bit of an issue, kind of limited what you guys were able to do to put points on the board. How of a focus has that been this week? How much have you guys tried to work on cleaning that up and making sure that's not an issue this week?
Absolutely. Just an emphasis on protecting the football, different sessions where we're working on making the right choices at the right times. And we are getting as many of those reps as we can. Went high tempo, lots of reps today with limited turnovers and no turnovers. And that's been our goal this week, is no turnovers in practice. And we're hitting that mark.
I know we've talked about it all season, that it's an importance of repping and getting a chance to get those looks. Corey was out for a week. I know probably limited in what he was able to do. Was it maybe some rust, just kind of just not being a part of it for a little bit of time that maybe led to some of those, or was it something the defense was doing as you guys were going through that game?
No, I don't think so. I think that we were put in spots where we had to play a game that we didn't really want to play all that much. We want to control the clock, and we were doing a good job with our run game. We were real proud of our run game, and then just we got put in some spots that made us to do some things that a game that we necessarily didn't really want to play, and that's what happened. But no, I don't think there was really a whole lot of rust that needed to be kicked off.
Yeah.
I think that he was reading well right from the get-go and running well right away, and so was the whole rest of the team.
Yeah. He looked good out there, and it was nice to see him back out there from that injury. As you guys keep making your way through here, we're down to the final 3 games of the season for you. And I know playoffs, there's a lot of things still in front of you guys. So hopefully to get to that postseason, a chance at a winning record, a chance to finish with more wins than the team had last year. A lot of things that you can kind of tick off on that. How much do you guys kind of talk about those goals here at this point in the season, and how you can accomplish those here in the final 3 weeks of this year?
We try to find the balance, right? Our number one goal and our number one priority was to be 1-0 today. Mm-hmm. We felt like we were at the end of practice. At the end of our film session, we talked about it and said, yeah, we feel like we're 1-0 today. So we got to keep stringing together 1-0 days so we can be 1-0 on Friday. That's goal number one. But yeah, we review some of our beginning of the year goals and winning record, playoffs. All of those are things on the table that we continue to discuss. But the primary focus is to beat South Eugene.
Yeah. As you look at South Eugene, a team that, you can look at their record and start to assume things, but I know that's when teams get in trouble. Mm-hmm. How have you kind of tried to avoid your team having a mental lapse, thinking that this game is going to be one that's easy?
We just tell them to look back 2 weeks ago. And what happens when you spot a team 21 points, and we remind them, look what happens when we don't start fast. Look what happens when we don't string together a complete game, and we really feel like we strung together a complete game against Crater, and that was a great game for us. And then we've had games where we've had one side of the ball play well but not the other, or we've had turnovers, or we haven't made a stop, or whatever it may be. And so we're talking about putting together a complete game, and we're not going to overlook anybody. Mm-hmm. That's not in who and what we are. Unfortunately, we did earlier in the year, and we paid the price for it. And so sometimes those lessons have to be learned the hard way. But I think the boys, I think they understand, lesson learned, and that's not going to be the case this week. We're getting after it, pedal to the floor from the kickoff.
taking a look at South Eugene and just kind of maybe the challenges they will be able to bring to you guys in this contest. What have you seen on film from them, a team that seems to be kind of a young team that's still kind of obviously trying to get their feet underneath them?
Well, I think they like to play with a lot of formations, and they like their quarterback, and he's a good runner as well. And so we're repping as much as we can and just getting really disciplined in what we do, and everybody is calling out their rules, which has been great. We had a kid and we had a guy, linebacker, call out several plays pre-snap, so I know he's been watching film, and multiple guys are starting to do that, and so it's really exciting to see that. Love seeing that they're loving football so much that they're watching extra film, so that's great.
All right. We look forward to it here, Coach. Thanks so much for the time. Yeah. That is Coach Matt Watson here in our Evergreen Family Medicine Coaches interview here on the Roseburg Disposal Pregame Show. We'll be back on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable, veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, it's starting to feel like fall here in the valley, up in Willamette Valley tonight for Roseburg and South Eugene getting ready to square off in the Special District 4 matchup. Midwestern League type of setup here. Looking forward to this one tonight. Knight Uratsky joining me, Joey Kieran, here with you on the broadcast tonight. Knight, Roseburg last week, kind of uncharacteristic, and I think Willamette came in, a good defense, had a strong defensive front that kind of, I think, forces the issue a lot against some teams, and it forced Roseburg to be kind of uncharacteristic in turning the ball over quite a bit a week ago.
Yeah, 4 turnovers a week ago. You can't have that. And this is a team that really likes to limit the opposition's possessions, and the way you do that is holding onto the ball and running the clock down, and Roseburg didn't really have an opportunity to do that. Willamette, give them credit, they have the top scoring defense in the district. Really good team. There's a reason why they're undefeated and why they're competing right now for the league title. A big game for them coming up here tonight as they're facing off against Churchill. But this is a team that needs to take care of the ball and run the ball, really. They need to get the run game going. It looks like there's going to be some injuries up front on the offensive line, but this is a team that's going up against a South Eugene team that has struggled with limiting points to the opposition, so you need to run the ball today and hold on to it.
There we go. 56 degrees as we get ready to go for kickoff here from South Eugene's Morrow Field. We had a couple of raindrops as we were setting up, but things otherwise have been dry.
It never
overcast.
rains at Morrow Field.
It does not. Let's hope that continues to be the case. It is overcast here tonight, and looking forward to a good one. The national anthem just about to get underway. That's going to do it for our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run of the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Appreciate head coach Matt Watson in the pregame interview, brought to you by Evergreen Family Medicine. Expect the unexpected at Evergreen Family Medicine, serving Roseburg, Myrtle Creek, and Sutherland. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We come back with the opening lineups after the coin toss in this one. Your Southern Septic Service starting lineups will be coming up when we return here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and other.
Oh, yeah.
And now, please rise, remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem by the very talented Dorian's Choir led by Chris Dobson. And get super quiet, too. The Stoughton group does not have a microphone.
Welcome you back here to Morrow Field, where we're getting the national anthem from an a cappella group down on the field, the choir for South Eugene. We'll do our best to try and bring you the audio, but they don't have a mic, so it is a little quiet.
And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, came through
that was a fantastic version of our national anthem as we get ready for kickoff here from South Eugene High School. Roseburg and the Axe getting ready to square off. Before we get this one underway, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg football coming up here on The Score. Roseburg coming in at 2-4 on the year, 1-4 in league play under the leadership of head coach Matt Watson. For South Eugene under interim head coach Derek Brimmer, they are 0-6 on the season, 0-5 in league play. Roseburg will be wearing the white jerseys here tonight, black helmets, the white tops, white trousers, black numbers on the back outlined in orange. It is black tonight for the South Eugene Axe. Black tops, black trousers, black helmets with white numbers. Very easy to read on the back of their jerseys. South Eugene will be kicking right to left on your radio dial as we get ready to go for this one. The kickoff will be deep to about the 15 before it takes a hop out of bounds. And Roseburg will have the football in good field position. Let's take a look at your Southern Septic Service starting lineup for the Roseburg Indians. Some changes along the front line with some injuries here tonight. You've got Caden Luther at left tackle, Brayson Parker at left guard, George Gibby at center, Dakota James at right guard, and Carson Tyler at right tackle. They'll protect for quarterback Corey Kimball. The junior will be back out there behind under center for Roseburg. We've seen a lot of Tyler Reitman as of late in the running back position, wearing 45 once again tonight. He'll be back out there. And we'll get to the rest of the starting lineup as Roseburg just goes with a real tight bunch, and they're going to go right up the gut for the first play of the ball game. They start at the 35 after the penalty, get a run out to the 40, a pickup of 5 for Reitman. We'll also see Caden Austin, Dane St. Clair, Dre Burwell, and Caden, those will be the receivers. Luther filling in at tackle. Look like McLean Stedman in street clothes tonight, along with A.J. Baker and Jack Banta. A couple of guys out tonight for Roseburg. Pitch going right side, cutting upfield, goes Burwell, gets to the 45, has the first down, tight ropes down the sideline into South Eugene territory. He gets out on the near sideline into Axe territory as he takes it to the 47. And that'll be a pickup of 13 on the ground for Burwell, who has been nice at spots this season when he's gotten his opportunities. He's done a good job with it.
He really has, and he's been a good secondary option to this offense. He's done a really good job on the ground.
Their Roseburg Indians will go quick back to the line of scrimmage. Under center, after the first down carry, goes Kimball, and he gives it up the middle and fighting for extra yardage. Tyler Reitman out there looking to just pound his way through the middle of that South Eugene front. Another run for Roseburg, picks up 6 yards. That was your Roseburg starting lineup, brought to you by Southern Septic Service. From residential to commercial, Southern Septic Service has your behind covered when it comes to septic tank pumping and inspections, portable toilet rentals, and grease trap cleaning. Southern Septic Service, woman and veteran owned, and proud to support our local sports teams. Second down and about 5. No keeper. It's right through the middle. Here goes Kimball looking for another touchdown on the ground. Tries to make a cutback at the 10, but he is tracked down in the secondary. Coming up to make the stop, Isaiah Francis. A touchdown saving tackle as Corey Kimball breaks free to make it 1st and goal. Kimball with 9 rushing touchdowns on the season. Almost added his 10th.
Yeah, really big breakaway. And normally we've seen him just break away all the way to the end zone. Good job by South Eugene on the back end, closing it up. But another big run for Kimball, and the offense is moving the ball down the field.
He picks up 32 on that carry to set up 1st and goal from the 9. A ball on the right hash mark. It's that tight formation with 2 slots bookending either side of the offensive line. They're going to pitch it right side for Burwell. He's got blockers, cuts up at the 5, tight ropes to the sideline. Did he get inside the pylon? He does. Touchdown, Roseburg. The Indians will strike quick on the opening drive.
Really impressive drive right there. Dre Burwell able to break to the outside. Second time they've gone to him. And 2 carries, 22 yards for Burwell. This one, he tight ropes the sideline like you said, and he's able to fit it in the pylon. But it looks like this one's coming back.
Ooh, I missed the penalty flag. Illegal formation, a gracious fan in the stands is alerting us to. So Roseburg penalized, wipe off that 6. And it is back to a scoreless ball game after what looked to be a 9-yard touchdown run for Dre Burwell. So the Roseburg penalty scoots them all the way back. Going to put the ball out of the 18, it looks like. Running left side now goes Caden Austin. He makes a nice cut. He uses the afterburners, and he jets to the end zone. This time, no laundry on the field. It's a touchdown for the Indians.
Well, it didn't work the first time. This time the pitch does work, and this time they get it to their most explosive player, Caden Austin, breaking it to the outside and uses his speed. You can see here on the replay, able to get between two blockers, shuffle his way towards the right side, and then cut it upfield in a hurry and get in for the touchdown. And you can tell that the Indians wanted to get it in the end zone on that opening drive, especially after the first touchdown was called back. Next play.
18-yard scamper there for Austin to put it in. Kick from Jacob Michael will split the uprights. And Roseburg is on the board for 7 as they take the early lead with 10:09 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 our score. We'll take a 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with a news review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
And Felix Olieti.
5 plays, 65 yards, a minute 51 on the opening drive for Roseburg. A 19-yard touchdown run for Caden Austin. Austin picking up his second rushing touchdown of the year. Michael will get that big right boot through it. Gets it to the goal line from the 1. The return for South Eugene up the near hash marks to the numbers and taken down.
That's Olieti on the return.
Olieti, the quarterback for South Eugene, tangled up by his foot, and he takes it out to the South Eugene 23-yard line, it looks like. And that is where things will start for the Axe. Taking a look at that starting lineup for South Eugene: Mac Mulford, Joseph Heindel, Cash Baselice, Oscar Higbee, and Matthew Moreno, your starting offensive front line. Felix Olieti, the sophomore QB, has been starting and looking pretty good back there. He'll have Rocco Higbee as a back with him, along with Gavin Bush, Lucas Smith, Isaiah Francis, and River Airment as targets to pass to. Empty backfield for Olieti. Looks to pass immediately. Lobs one right side. That ball, going to see if they say caught or not. Byron Irvin was on the other side, had a good look at it, trying to say it was incomplete, and I think that's going to be the call. Incomplete on the first play there for Felix Olieti, who was 11 for 21 through the air, 109 yards, 2 TDs, and 2 interceptions last week. But he's a runner. 20 carries for 100 yards and a touchdown last week.
A little bit of a dual threat right there, a little bit short on the slant. And we saw that a little bit in the pregame, just him just being a little bit off with his wide receivers, looking to get into rhythm here early on.
That was your Southern Septic Service starting lineup for the Axe. So it'll be second down and 10 from... They actually spotted that football closer to the 20.
That's Talon Bishop on the run.
As the carry goes to Bishop. That is Talon Bishop, a senior. So they started at the 21-yard line instead of the 23 as I initially thought. So that carry goes out to the 26, a pickup of 5. It'll be third down and a long 5 to go here. They got a lot of movement here. 2 targets from the right side move to the left, and the target spread out wide on the left side, motions in. They're going to be blockers for Olieti, trying to find a seam. He gets hit from behind, and a nice job bringing him down, coming up to make the stop for Roseburg. That is Caden Luther, wearing number 61. I got to remember to adjust on that. Luther coming up, making that tackle from behind at his defensive line position, and a nice job to stop Olieti before he got to the first down marker.
Really good play. They bunched 3 wide receivers to the left side. QB run all the way for South Eugene, and it was a really good job for Luther, shedding off his blocker and then able to maneuver towards his right side to bring down the quarterback 2 yards shy of the first down.
It is fourth down and about 2 yards. The punter is Trask Rogers, and he is in the backfield waiting on the snap. So it looks like it'll be 3 and out for South Eugene here as they have the ball at their own 29-yard line. The kick is away. Not a great one. Wobbly to the sideline. Takes a South Eugene bounce. Paxton Burke, the return man for Roseburg, no chance to try and get to that one. They'll spot the ball down at the 34-yard line. Not a bad punt on that one. That is a punt of a net 37 yards on that punt by Trask Rogers, and Roseburg will have the football back with 8:10 to go here in the first quarter, leading 7-0. Roseburg football tonight brought to you by Bowers Industrial, proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. Second drive here for Roseburg, leading 7-0. 8:10 to go in the first quarter. Under center, Corey Kimball. Going to turn, and it looked like Landon Simpson in the backfield. Fake the handoff to him, and over the left end goes Kimball out to the 41-yard line, according to the far side. And it looks like they'll give him that 41-yard line for a pickup of 7. Excuse me.
I'm going to mark it down for 6 yards right there for Kimball on first down, but the fake's working. 32 yards on the first carry, that time 6 yards. It feels like South Eugene's biting on the fake handoff.
You're right, 6. They spotted the punt down at the 35 rather than the 34. Second down and 4 here for Roseburg. Ball in the middle of the field, and this time a give up the middle for Landon Simpson. Simpson, good to see getting an opportunity here. He has had a couple of big days out there in the backfield, but has had a couple of issues on handoffs, holding on to the football. Last week, though, the coach is saying they did not believe the call was correct, that it was a fumble on Roseburg. Simpson was the back at that time, and so I guess it could be disputed, but it did end up standing in that game against Willamette. Roseburg facing 3rd and a yard after the carry out to the 44, and you got to imagine there's the hard count. Penalty going to be on South Eugene.
It's just so efficient. They've done it all season long. We saw it in week 1 against Gresham, and they've continued to do it throughout the year, and it's really hard for teams to prepare. With this Veer system and the hard count, Roseburg's done a good job drawing teams offside throughout the season. This isn't just a South Eugene problem. This is everybody's problem.
6:51 and counting here in this first quarter. 7-0 Roseburg in front. Ball near midfield at the Roseburg 49. Kimball looks to the sideline before the next play. St. Clair will spread out a little wider towards the numbers as he stands on the 5 and the 50. They move Bowers in motion. It's a keeper. Run the pitch to him. Bowers gets it, but will only get back to the line of scrimmage. Coming up to make the stop for South Eugene, Gus Nelson. Last week, the junior had an interception. He gets a tackle for no gain on first down there. Nice job fighting through the blocks to get to the backfield.
That was a good job on the outside. That was the first time we've seen a pitch now from Roseburg, at least on the quarterback keeper, the little bit of the triple option. That were nowhere to go for Amos Bowers, who's all of a sudden getting into the game a little bit early on.
Well, Roseburg a little dinged up with some of their positions, so might see some names that we've seen kind of periodically through the year. Under center, Kimball. Austin moves in motion from right to left. Give up the middle here for Simpson. And I think that might not have been the right read. I think that if Kimball keeps that one, he's got a lot of green territory in front of him over the left side.
Certainly was a lot of green space in front of him. If he kept it, he also had a runner with him that he could potentially pitch it with. Instead, now it's going to bring up 3rd and medium, about 3rd and 7.
Ball at the 48, South Eugene half of the 50. Could be 4-down territory. Look to try and get chunky yardage here. Clock down to 5.5 to go, first quarter. Looking to pass, quick in route, caught and tackled immediately, but it's Noah Nelson, the senior, on the catch. Will make it 4th down and short as he gets to the 44, picks up 4 yards on that completion. First pass of the night.
Yeah, it's first pass. It's just an easy slant route. Now you get yourself an opportunity here on 4th down and short.
Can they get him to jump or quarterback sneak, which we've seen plenty of? Man in motion, and there goes the defense.
It's just so efficient. You got to be really disciplined defensively, and there's part of you that wants the jump. It's 4th and short. You want to get the stop. You want to get the defense off the field, but at the same time, you got to be disciplined, and right there, it's another time where South Eugene's a little bit undisciplined.
Second encroachment penalty on the defense. That'll move the chains for Roseburg. First down and 10. The ball at the 39. moving into South Eugene territory. They're going to pitch it, running left side, trying to get to the edge. Paxton Burke, and there's a bunch of penalty flags came out as Burke gets absolutely walloped backwards by about a yard.
Dude, it felt like that near side official was throwing a fastball. He just hucked it out there.
He was down in the football. He was spiking it there, wanted to kill the clock.
Yeah, holding.
So that'll bring Roseburg back. They tried to run that pitch. So back-to-back penalties. Football is going to move back to the 50-yard line. Just barely touching the 50 there on the Roseburg penalty.
That's brutal. This is an offense that thrives getting ahead early on downs, and to have a penalty by 10 yards on the first down, it's really tough.
So 1st and 20 plus, and that ball almost might have gotten knocked away. Nice job there by Nelson to get his hands on it, but the defender came up and made a great play on that football. I believe that was Felix Olietti that almost stole that right out of that. Oh, they actually say complete to Nelson. No, on the near side, they're waving it off, so the football is going to have to get respotted.
Yeah, that's the right call.
And now it's going to be 2nd down and 20. It's a long 20 here. Got to get it on the other side of the 30 in South Eugene territory, and Roseburg got the ball right about at the 50. Kimball will be under center. First incompletion on the night on just his 2nd attempt. Austin moves in motion. They're going to pitch it to him left side. He tucks it in, gets around the edge, has a lot of space, and he has got the first down and more. He makes a juke move out outside the numbers at the 25 and takes it inside the 25 down to the 23. Boy, they needed 20 yards to get it there, and they get 27 on the carry by Austin, who's having a nice start to the night.
It really is, and man, I mean, just another play with Caden Austin. 46 yards on 2 carries, that one for 27. But you can just see the explosiveness. He has wheels, and you get him in space, and he's going to go a long way.
So it'll set up Roseburg 1st down and 10, just outside the red zone, ball at the 23. Spread out wide to the right side is St. Clair. Give up the middle. No keeper. Kimball, far side. Penalty flag is out as Kimball goes out across the chains right at the marker. But the penalty flag out, and we'll wait to see. It looks like it's probably in the area of holding.
Now it looks like another holding call for Roseburg. I feel like we haven't seen a ton of holding calls this season despite the run-first offense. It feels like this team has been very disciplined in terms of limiting the penalties offensively. A couple of early ones here.
That'll be the 2nd penalty on Roseburg on this drive. 3rd penalty overall. The ball gets spotted back to the 30-yard line. Roseburg leading 7-0 here in the first quarter. 4:07 to go. Tight formation. Everybody right at the line of scrimmage. Bowers moves in motion right to left. Give up the middle. Simpson still on his feet, just pushing through the pile. He'll get to the 20 before he is now pushing backwards, losing ground after the rest of the black jerseys catch up to him. Nice job there by Simpson. Takes it down to the 20-yard line, a pickup of 10.
Yeah, and we're seeing Landon Simpson get an opportunity tonight. Maybe a little bit of that, him and Amos Bowers because of the injury with McLean Stedman. But overall, he's made the most of it and gets an opportunity here.
South Eugene's going to use a timeout here in the first quarter. Let's take a 30-second timeout as well here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Out of the timeout by Roseburg. They are facing 2nd down and about 7. Tonight's game brought to you by Tim's Appliance and Mattress. Fall into savings at the Harvard branch or visit the outlet store downtown for more great deals. 3:49 to go, first quarter. Roseburg leading by 7. Pass over the middle, right there to Caden Luther, in for his second touchdown of the night.
Caden Austin right there with the touchdown. Really great play getting the ball to Austin once again. He had the large carry in right there. He goes in for the touchdown. Caden Luther, though, really good drive defensively the last time. And Caden Austin right there showing his explosiveness once again.
We had some jersey number changes, so I was helping out the PA guy and getting everybody on the same page and getting Caden Luther appropriately identified, and that stuck in my name there. So apologize to Caden Austin, who gets his third receiving touchdown of the season and his second receiving touchdown, or his second touchdown of the night. And for Corey Kimball, just his fourth passing touchdown of the evening. PAT goes through, and Roseburg is on top, 14-0. We'll take another 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable, veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving. Well, this has been an ideal start for the Roseburg Indians. You had a 9-play drive there that goes a total of, once again, 65 yards. They've both scoring drives have gone 65 yards. This one wears off a bit more time, though. That will wear off 4 minutes and 26 seconds off the clock for Roseburg. They lead it by 2 scores. Kickoff once again away, left to right, down to about the 6-7 yard line. That is Francis. He makes his way up the sideline. A nice job keeping his balance as he tiptoes up the sideline. Almost felt like Roseburg was expecting someone to hit him, and nobody really did. So the ball will go out just around the 40-yard line, the 39, and South Eugene will have their best field position of the night.
Really good return from Francis, but also, isn't it crazy that Olietti, the quarterback's out there on the return, and he had a good block out there as well. Really an athletic player.
The sophomore has been a little bit everywhere. I want to say thanks again to Southern Septic Service, our sponsor of the starting lineups, woman-owned and veteran-owned, proud supporter of our local youth. You can find them at SouthernSepticServiceInc.com. Move man in motion, that's Airmet to the right side. He'll stack up over there as a bit of an H-back tight end look to the sideline. Olietti looks for the new call. He'll have 2 targets to his left, 1 to his right, back in the backfield with him to his right. High snap, pulls it down, hands it off to the back, running over the left side. Made a tackle miss at his feet and gets it out to the 46-yard line. And that'll be a pickup of 7 on the carry. I'm seeing some different numbers in the backfield than we were expecting coming into this one. And I think I heard Turnbull on the carry. Asher Turnbull, who wears number 3, a junior, getting the carry there.
And maybe that's just the midseason adjustments for this team. Obviously a new coach coming in, interim coach coming in. Maybe like some of these players a little bit more.
Turnbull motions into the backfield. Now we'll move to the right side of Olietti. He'll move a man in motion. That's Gavin Bush. Give it to him, trying to go on the receiver end around. And he was in the backfield trapped. He did a great job to cut upfield and find some space.
Gavin Bush on the carry. It's a hard-fought 2 yards.
So that is going to make it third down and manageable here.
Roseburg.
And it'll be the ball out to the 47. Pickup of about 1 on that carry for Bush. And it is 3rd down and 2 here for the Axe. Ball on the right hash mark, 2 targets left side. And shotgun, Olietti trying to draw the defense off. Roseburg able to stay onside. They did move, but they were able to get back. South looks to the sideline. In the backfield is Turnbull. Going on that hard count again. It's Olietti going to take it himself. Right side, finds the seam, and he's in to Roseburg territory for a first down. First down of the night for the South Eugene Axe as they spot him at the 47, Roseburg's half.
Yeah, good 6-yard carry right there from Olietti. And they've done that twice now. Olietti with the quarterback keeper, motioning the man to the right side, and he's able to maneuver through the blockers and get the first down this time.
Clock continues to run, down to 1:38 to go, first quarter, 14-0 here. Roseburg on the road. First time that Roseburg's really led in the first quarter in quite some time. They've been finding themselves fighting from behind much of this season as of late. Bush moves in motion from left to right. Long run for him. They fake the pitch. Going to throw it out into the flats. It's Ermet, the big fullback. He has got a full head of steam, and he steps out of bounds on the near side. It looks like he's got a first down. It's very close.
Brought down by Noah Nelson.
I think give him 9, just a little bit shy of the first down.
Pass complete there, and yeah, they're going to put him down at the 38. Needed the 37 to get the first down. That's a big boy out there in River Ermet, the senior. And when he had a full head of steam, boy, he's not a guy you necessarily want to meet trying to tackle. Looking for conversion on second and short. It's Olietti on the keeper. And a nice job, Caden Luther, to trip him up in the backfield. But Olietti, great balance, stays on his feet and dives for the first down.
And he's able to just get past the first down marker for a pickup of 2. Really good job, though, from Luther. Again, he's wearing 61 today, not the normal 88. But he's making an impact out there on the defensive line. Already the second tackle we've seen from him.
Ball just goes to the 37, a pickup of 1. That'll be first down and 10, though. A nice drive going here for South Eugene. Roseburg with that 4-man front. You've got Luther on the right end, and you've got Parker on the left end with Gibby in the middle, along with, I believe that's Dakota James. Handoff, trying to run left side for Turnbull, and man, Caden Luther is having a heck of a senior season on that defensive front. He stretches that all the way to the sideline and gives Turnbull nowhere to go with the football.
I mean, it's just been the story throughout the year. It feels like he's just getting to the backfield, shedding defenders, and this time a tackle for loss.
TFL, 2-yard loss on the carry for Turnbull. Asher Turnbull, the junior, has been out there carrying the ball. We expected to see some Rocco Higbee and Henry Fawcett back there, but haven't seen either of them as of yet for South. They'll set up with twins to either side, tight end to the left. That is Ermet, who now motions to the right, and they move another man to the right side, and there we go into the first quarter. As things come to an end, South Eugene is driving into Roseburg territory, facing second and long, though. Roseburg leads 14-0. We'll come back after this 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
$12 minutes up on the board for the second quarter. It's second down and about 13. They're going to hand it off. They're going to go on a reverse pitch, and having to jump on the football is Isaiah Francis. The senior wide receiver was going back to the left side of the offensive formation, got a pitch from Turnbull, but he bobbled it, couldn't hang on to it, jumps on it, and it's back out near midfield, out to the 48-yard line is where they're going to spot that. That'll be a loss on the play. And that's a loss of 9.
Yeah, and it looked like if you would have held on to it, he had a lot of green grass ahead of him on that far sideline. Tough mistake for South Eugene. It looked like it was going to be a positive play.
We've heard that Eugene, they like to run their fair share of trick plays. In motion goes Bush, fake the pitch, and looking to pass, hit as he lets it loose, and then tackled for loss. Roseburg, I believe that's Luke Robbins that came up for the hit after Caden Luther laid an absolute hammer on Olieti.
I mean, that's exactly what he did. Negative yardage again, and man, what a good defensive drive for Roseburg after getting the ball into positive territory for South Eugene, moving the ball into Roseburg territory. The defense buckled up and 3 straight negative plays.
4th down and a mile. They got to get this one to Coburg here. 10:46 and counting as the punt unit will come out for the Axe. South Eugene, a promising drive, stalls out on a couple of negative plays. The kicker or punter, Trask Rogers, a sophomore out there. Last time didn't get a big boot behind it, but he did get a pretty decent roll out of it. Now we've got a penalty on South Eugene, and I think too many men on the field.
Yep.
And this isn't Dan Lanning trying to pull something out there. This was
it's a little bit too early for that one, and
this
is offensive.
Not quite what they were hoping for. So the South Eugene penalty will back them up to their own 45-yard line. And now the kick away from Rogers. Better kick this time. Burke waiting for the return. He's got the catch. Went left, faked right, spins again. Did a lot of dancing and didn't get away, unfortunately. He'll make his way back to the 25, 26-yard line after the punt. And Roseburg will take over with the offense again, leading 14 to nothing, looking to make it 21. Tonight's game brought to you by Abby's Legendary Pizza, a legendary pizza tradition. And by BNS Automotive. BNS Automotive Services believes in the no BS approach. Say goodbye to the runaround and hello to honest, reliable service with BNS Automotive. So Roseburg has the football with 10:06 to play in the first half. They've got the ball at their own 26-yard line. Kimball looking to pass with an empty backfield. He's going to go down the far sideline. Has Dane St. Clair out there. The rainbow shot drops in, and he almost spun out of it. Can't get away. Dane St. Clair with the big catch down the far sideline. We haven't seen Corey Kimball really open it up like that all season, but he drops that one in the bucket.
That he does. Oh, my goodness. What a pass from Kimball. 35-yard connection there. Maybe there's that Texas Tech influence from Matt Watson, airing it out a little bit.
So the pass goes to the 40 in South Territory, and that is a pickup of 34 through the air for Kimball to St. Clair. Dane St. Clair last week, 4 catches, his most receptions in a single game this season. They'll move Burwell in motion, pitch it to him going right side, waits for some blocks to set up. He'll cut upfield, and he will carry to about the 37, 36. I guess the 38. Been having a hard time figuring out where the ball's going to get put down here on this field tonight, but at least the officials know what they're doing. 38-yard line, a pickup of 2 for Burwell.
It's good to get Burwell back into the offense. No action on the last drive. Did have that touchdown get called back, and it's good to see them go back to him here on this third drive.
Roseburg leading 14 to nothing. 8:52 and counting. Handoff up the middle, just bursting right through the teeth of the defense inside the 35. A carry there for the Tribe. See who comes up. I didn't catch who was in the backfield running for Roseburg. That was Carson Uragwin, the senior.
Uragwin's he's had a decreased role, it felt like, this season, at least towards the second half of the year. Had that big performance against Crater. Able to get in there, though.
He picks up 4. He's made good opportunities with his chances out there. Last week, 3 carries, 24 yards. He is now over 200 yards on the season with that 4-yard pickup. He's the back again, and this time faked by Kimball. He'll take it over the left side. Gets tackled low as he makes his way inside the 30, down to about the 27. They'll stop the clock for the first down.
Corey Kimball.
They spot the ball down to the 27, a pickup of 7 for Kimball.
Kimball, 3 carries, 45 yards. And that fake's working today. It really is. It feels like South Eugene's biting on it. And Kimball's done a good job pulling it a couple of times.
Clock continues to run after they spot the football. 7:46 to go here in the first half. Roseburg looking to put a third touchdown on the board. Nearing the red zone. First down and 10, looking to pass. Kimball over the middle. And what a catch by Caden Austin. I thought that ball maybe should have gone to Dre Burwell, but Austin got his hand up there and is able to haul it in. Wow.
I mean, that was incredible.
Nice run up the middle for Austin, and the pass was right where he could get to it. No one else. It'll set up first and goal from the 9 after a pickup of 18 on that completion.
Yeah, they're going to give him 19 up to the 8-yard line. Really good completion, though, over the middle.
First and goal for the Tribe, looking to put another one on the board against South Eugene here early. They've got Burwell to the left, Austin to the right. Uragwin is the back behind Kimball. In motion goes Burwell, pitch it to him. Uragwin blocking, but Kimball, Burwell stays on his feet and will slip his way through, gets spun forward. Did he get to the pylon? They're waving him dead. I don't think he's going to quite get there. He was so close to that pylon as he got spun forward, but must have just stepped on the sideline, far away from us on the other side.
Yeah, and I think they're going to put it at like the 4-yard line, 3-yard line. They're trying to decide right now, and they're going to put it at the 4. So just to pick up a 4 for Burwell, but he kept on tumbling his way towards that goal line.
And I thought he was going to get stuck right at the line of scrimmage, but he found a way to squeeze through. Uragwin behind Kimball, about 3 yards deep. In motion, they give it to Uragwin. Right up the middle, he spins through. Third rushing touchdown of the season for the senior, Carson Uragwin.
Uragwin gets active on this drive. Quick back up the middle, able to find his way into the end zone. And, I mean, this has been the best start of the season offensively for the Tribe. I mean, they're just moving the ball at will. It hasn't been hard for them. I mean, they're just doing it.
And this is what you needed to see against a team like South Eugene. This is a get-right game for Roseburg, and they're coming out and getting things right with games that are going to be big coming up the next 2 weeks. Kick by Jacob Michael will sneak its way in the right upright, and it is 21-0 Roseburg up here in the first half with 6:47 to go. We'll take a 30-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Kick is good.
Seven plays, 74 yards, 3 minutes and 19 seconds off the clock on the scoring drive for Roseburg. Remember to stick around here at halftime. It'll be our Quality Fence halftime report. We'll take a look at stats. We will catch you up on the scoring, and we will take a look at our BTB Moving Out-of-Town scoreboard update. We'll get you caught up on games going on of note here tonight. Some big games going on for teams around Douglas County, and there's a college football game that might be of note as well. Kickoff goes to the 3-yard line for Michael. The return man is Olietti. He stretches it all the way to the near sideline and will go out at the 20. Amos Bowers will wrap him up and swing him down as they get across the sideline. So the return by South Eugene will set them up. I believe it was Francis, actually, not Olietti.
Both 8 and 9 back there to return the ball, but it looks like Francis, he's limping out there. I don't know why he's going back out there right now. Yeah, now he's going to come back out. He can barely put pressure on his left leg. He's limping out. He went out to the huddle. I was surprised that he went back out there, but he's going to come out here to the sideline now.
South Eugene coming off of a 40-20 loss at Springfield last week. They had 3 turnovers in that game, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Also missed a couple of PATs and a field goal attempt. But they did outgain Springfield. 354 yards of offense to just 256 for the Millers. But turnovers killed them. Let's see if they can get the offense going like they had on their last drive. First play is over the left side, a run stretching to the hash marks. On the carry, that is Turnbull once again, who's been featured back there tonight. He'll take it out to the 24-yard line. We'll pick up 3 on the carry. 20 points on the board last week for South Eugene was a season high. Most points scored in a game. First time they'd been over 10 points in a ball game all year.
Yeah, it hasn't been easy for them this season. Several games where they haven't scored a point.
They've got 2nd down and 7 here. Looking to pass. Olietti rolls to his right, steps up in the pocket, sets up nicely, but airmails it, and Luke Robbins will come up with the interception. Robbins gets it at the 31, and Roseburg will have the football back in South Eugene territory. Olietti, the sophomore quarterback, he's young, and he did a nice job stepping up, feeling the pressure, just didn't get good zip on that football.
Yeah, and it went right to Robbins. He's having a game, too. We talk about Caden Luther. Well, Luke Robbins had that big hit, and all of a sudden now he has an interception. Got to feel good for him going back to playing linebacker. It feels like he's more comfortable there.
Yeah, he's I think, enjoyed that role. At the 31-yard line is where Roseburg will have the football as a timeout taken by South Eugene. They're second here in the first half. Let's go ahead and sneak in a 30-second break here as we continue Roseburg football leading 21-0 here in the first half on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
5:54 to go here in the first half of tonight's contest. This game is brought to you by Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson & Company, member SIPC.
Simply satisfying, simply healthy.
So Roseburg, after the interception, will have the ball at the 31. That's their first takeaway of the night, and that'll put them back at even on the turnover margin. Rolling to his right is Kimball, has some time, throws, has a wide open man. How about a third on the night? In for the touchdown goes Caden Austin.
Kimball's pass to Caden Austin.
I mean, it's the air raid right now, just gunning it down the field. Already over 100 yards in this first half for Corey Kimball. And how about Caden Austin? A heck of a first half for him.
Yeah, boy, he is having a big night tonight. 3 touchdowns already. This one, a touchdown pass from 31 yards out. And for Corey Kimball, that'll be his second passing touchdown of the night.
Kimball is 5 of 6, 110 yards and 2 touchdowns. Austin, that's his 4th catch for 96 yards.
Here comes Jacob Michael for his 3rd PAT, make that 4th PAT of the night. He's getting some work with the foot. He sends it over the uprights and over the fence behind it. And the kick is good to make it 28-0 Roseburg.
Scratch that. It's his 2nd catch for 51 yards. He also has another 65 yards on the ground. He's over 100 yards of total offense with 3 touchdowns.
That drive takes all of 7 seconds off the clock, and Roseburg is doing pretty good here. Tonight's game also sponsored by Gibbs RV Superstore. You got to get to Gibbs. And by McClendon Smokehouse. Well, it's set up by the interception by Luke Robbins. And for Roseburg, that was their 11th takeaway of the season. And that was their 4th interception of the year. First for Luke Robbins. And he helped set up Roseburg with that short field. If this keeps going this way, we might see Luke Robbins in at quarterback in the second half. Or maybe some of the younger guys, Cade Moon, Aiden Nutter. Those have been some guys that we've seen working at the quarterback position, just haven't had some time out there. The kickoff goes through the hands of the return man, now picked up at the 5. Francis has it. No, excuse me, this is Olietti, and he has found some space. It'll be the kicker, Jacob Michael, that'll make the tackle to bring him down, not till he gets out to the 40-yard line. Olietti. The return goes out to the 43, but now the officials, I think, are having a conversation here. There's a penalty against South Eugene, a block in the back.
So South Eugene football, like when you think about South Eugene, you got to think about Bryce Betcher, especially recently. And I mean, he was a heck of an athlete for the Axe. That's kind of what Olietti's doing right now, playing quarterback, returning kickoffs, kind of doing it all.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bryce Betcher definitely is a dual football player and athlete in general. The penalty flag is going to take this football all the way back inside the 10-yard line. Wow, that is just a killer. And so they'll spot the football at the 8-yard line. Dang, that is killer. Bryce Betcher now with the Oregon Ducks, who are in action tonight. So Bryce out in West Lafayette playing there with the Oregon Ducks. His dad, a former Roseburg Indian, the Betcher family from down in Roseburg. I've run into his grandparents, Bryce's grandparents, at the McDonald's in Cottage Grove when coming back from calling a South Eugene baseball game against Roseburg that Bryce was playing in at that time. Here we go, back to action for South Eugene. Dropped on the snap and now trying to stay out of the end zone is Olietti. He scrambles left side, is going to lose yardage. Back inside the 5, and Roseburg's front line putting pressure on as Olietti dropped the snap, scrambled, had to get out of the end zone, and he does back to the 3-yard line. He'll lose 5 yards on that carry.
It just feels like, what is this, 4 straight negative plays that the Roseburg defense has done after the ball got moved past midfield. It was 3 straight negative plays, then the interception on the following drive, and then now this one, -4.
Look like I'd probably call that a sack because I don't think a designed run on that one. So go down as a sack, I would think, for Roseburg. It'll be back to the 3-yard line after the loss of 5. Clock running, 4:49 to go here in the first half. Roseburg 4-man front. Not looking like they're going to bring a lot of pressure with the ball just outside the end zone. 4-man rush, pass into the flats. It's caught by a big receiver and making men miss. This is Henry Fawcett. And boy, that went from trapped in their own end zone to a first down for Henry Fawcett. Last week had 6 carries for 52 yards, but gets the reception here to move the chains.
32-yard reception for him. This is the biggest play of the night so far for the Aggies.
And Roseburg actually didn't actually send a lot of pressure on that one. I was expecting maybe a little bit more. But they dropped back into coverage and just did not get the big receiver out of the backfield. Fawcett is in the backfield looking to help block. He picks up the blitz, throw downfield into double coverage. Out there covering, you had Byron Irvin out there along with, for Roseburg, that is Cody Davis out there in coverage as well.
Good coverage on the back end. Olietti just a little bit off on his timing.
They'll make it 2nd down and 10 with the ball at the 35-yard line on the right hash mark as the clock comes to a stop. South Eugene getting shut out in the first half. They've been shut out 3 times this season. This program is a 6A school. Roseburg plays them in the Southwest Conference during the other sports, but they, like Roseburg, have moved to the 5A classification for football. Roseburg looking to bring some pressure here. They will send the blitz up the middle with Reitman. The pass goes right over the middle through the hands of the intended target. Unable to hang on to it was Davian Macy. That pressure coming from Reitman really disrupted that play. Had to force it there quick, and Macy just wasn't quite ready and set up over the middle for that pass.
Now 3rd and 10. It's a tough loss right there. I mean, if you're South Eugene, you're reeling right now. You need to get positive yardage. It looked like a good pass over the middle, just through the hands.
Would have picked up maybe about 5 or so. It'll be 3rd down and 10 from the 35. Need to get it to their own 45. Clock stopped on the incompletion. 4:24 to play in the first half. Roseburg leading 28-0. Pass near side, and penalty flag is going to come out. Cody Davis was trying to fight around the receiver to knock it away. He did get his hand on the football, but they're going to say that he was all over the receiver to begin with, and he's going to get whistled for the pass interference.
I'm not sure I agree with that one. It looked like he got the hand up there. He was looking towards the quarterback. A little bit of fighting with the right hand, but he was playing the ball.
Yeah. I think there might be a lot of things that go into that penalty. There was some contact. I think if that's at a higher level, that one might have a chance to get let go. But the penalty flag will move the ball out to the 50-yard line, a 15-yard penalty on the pass interference. Roseburg playing some jam. You've got Davis right up on the line against his receiver. I believe that is Lucas Smith on the right side. They will motion Fawcett into the backfield to the right of Olietti. He gets the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, takes it off himself, and he will go running with it. It's got to hang on. Roseburg coming up to make the stop. Spencer Bingham got a hand in on that football, and it almost looked like for a minute that Olietti might lose it.
He's able to hang on, pick up 6 yards there on that first carry on 1st down and 10, bring the ball back into Roseburg territory. And we saw the first time the defense buckled in, got a good couple of negative plays, and now the defense looks to do the same here.
Over 2 minutes on this drive right now for South Eugene, trailing by 4 scores. First half action. Empty backfield, Olietti just looking to take off and run. The quarterback keeper gets tracked down on the far side. He will go inside the 40 and move the chains. Nice little scramble there for the sophomore. Takes it to the 38, picking up 6 yards on the carry. He's a great runner and finds a nice little bit of a seam to get through there to move the chains.
He's really athletic. I mean, you can see it there, and he's able to move the ball past the sticks and get the ball further down the field than they've had it all game long.
First down and 10 out to the 38-yard line. The drive from South Eugene that took them into Roseburg territory. They got it to the Roseburg 37-yard line, was their best field position of the night, but then went backwards on a few plays and ended up having to punt from their own side of the field. So they are right there about at their best spot, and they are going to move backwards here with a delay of game penalty.
Just hasn't been easy for them. A lot of self-inflicted wounds, it feels like.
They've had a lot of injuries this year, and they do have a fairly young team. And this program
it's rebuilding.
Had 2 seasons where they didn't play football here at the high school level. And so they've got kids out there that they really haven't played a lot of actual just football. And so getting that football experience, football knowledge, is going to be something that continues to come for this high school football team here at South Eugene. The penalty moves the football back. It's out at the 43-yard line. Loss of 5. First down and 15. 2 safeties high for Roseburg's defense. Pressure coming. Picked up only by 1. They didn't get the pressure on the other side. It's Brayson Parker who comes in for the sack and drops Olietti back at the 50.
My goodness, that was a hit with authority.
Brayson Parker coming from the backside for the quarterback. They had Tyler Reitman blitzing on the other side. They picked up Reitman, but able to bull rush his offensive lineman. Parker just gets right to the quarterback. And the ball's all the way back at the 50. They've got to get it 22 yards for a first down. Rolling to his right here, Olietti. Pressure coming. He gets around one man. That was Parker again. He steps across the 50. Here comes Reitman, and Reitman will wrestle him down. Tyler will take him down at the 47-yard line. Brayson Parker almost had another one on that play.
Yeah, he almost had another one, and he's just been doing that all season long. He's having a really good year for himself. Tyler Reitman looked like he was trying to strip it right there, trying to force another turnover.
Last week, I was thinking about it. Brayson Parker might be my defensive player of the game. Also, Byron Irvin had a great one last week. But last week, Parker, 2.5 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and forced a fumble for Roseburg a week ago against Willamette. He's having another nice night here tonight. They're facing 3rd down and long. Going to pass. That's a backwards pass. Got to get rid of it. Throws deep downfield, and it is caught. No! In and out of the hands of River Airmet. He would have been, I think, short of the first down. He went up to get to that football, but it was off the fingertips, incomplete. That almost worked out for the Axe on the pass attempt by Isaiah Francis. Incomplete. Will make it 4th down and long.
Really good play by Spencer Bingham, able to break it up with his helmet, get up there and jar the ball loose. And now 4th down and 20.
With the clock stopped, 1:26 to play here in the first half. The Axe will be forced to punt once again. They will be punting from Roseburg's 47-yard line. Trask Rogers, the punter, is standing at his own 40. And Paxton Burke, the return man for Roseburg, is back at the 17. Letting the clock wear down here. They're going to go with a fake punt. And it is knocked down. That'll just be an incompletion for Rogers. It would have been short of the first down if they had caught it even. So
I've never seen that.
And that was, I just kind of wonder a little bit about the thinking on that. Like, if Roseburg intercepts it, then I guess maybe they get tackled there and it kind of works as a punt. But the problem is it's incompleted, and now Roseburg gets great field position back at the 47. So it's an interesting decision. Doesn't work out the way that South Eugene was hoping for. Roseburg has the football with 1:21 to play, and they'll have it at their own 47-yard line. This is in the first half here, leading by a score of 28-0 in the first play. After the turnover on downs by South Eugene, Roseburg just goes right to that bull rush up the middle, almost like they're playing rugby, and it's just a scrum. Everybody follow me, and they take it down to the 45 on South Eugene's half of the field. So that'll be a pickup of 8 on that play.
Good physical run right there from Landon Simpson, who's doing a good job out there, 23 yards on 4 carries.
Going to give it to him again. He goes over the right tackle, stays on his feet long enough to move the chains, takes it inside the 40 down to the 39. And how aggressive is Roseburg here with their timeouts? They got 3 timeouts left, already leading by 4 scores. Do they try to do everything they can to add some points? Clock starts to run again, and they haven't called the timeout yet. So it looks like they're going to possibly ease their way into halftime here. South Eugene will get the ball to start the second half after Roseburg got the opening kickoff. You've got Nelson and St. Clair to the left side, a man in motion, going to pitch it to the left side for Austin, cuts it upfield. There's a seam. He's got one man to beat with a blocker in front of him. He'll take it to the sideline and in. Touchdown, Roseburg. And there's a penalty flag back at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a penalty flag on Roseburg. Holding will bring this one back.
Man, he almost had his 4th touchdown of the first half.
Those are Hunter Vaughn type numbers.
Yeah, really. Shout out Hunter Vaughn. North Douglas, Drain, having himself a year.
That is...
He had like 5 touchdowns in the first quarter, and he scored 5 different ways. That's what he does.
So the football on the penalty goes back to the South Eugene 49 with 15 seconds left to go here in the first half. Burwell moves in motion, fake the handoff, looking to pass. Kimball, right side, going deep downfield, over the shoulder catch. It's Austin there. He comes up with the football, and they will take it down to the 14-yard line, I believe. The pass complete for Caden Austin, and that is huge. Roseburg will use a timeout to stop the clock with 7 seconds to play in the first half. They're going to spot the football down to the 13-yard line, and that'll be a pickup of 36 yards through the air. Kimball to Austin. What? He's throwing. Kimball is showing that he can throw the football. He's been a heavy runner this year, leading the team in rushing and rushing touchdowns, but tonight, showing off the arm a bit.
He is. He has 6 of 7 for 147 yards, 2 touchdowns for him so far. And, I mean, man, he's looking great out there throwing the ball. They're a dynamic duo. Caden Austin, 107 yards receiving in this game. He also has another 46 on the ground. He's over 150 yards of total offense in the first half with 3 touchdowns. Hunter Vaughn numbers.
First down and 10 for Roseburg. They've got the football at the 13-yard line. We'll see what Roseburg does here. They've got 2 timeouts still left in their pocket. Burwell in motion, pitch it to him, running right side. He will weave his way down. He gets tackled out of bounds. They stop the clock with 2 seconds. The running play just uses a lot of time there. Roseburg could call a timeout. It looks like they're going to on the far side. Yeah, there's the second timeout of the first half. I'd say set him up for send Jacob Michael out there to try and kick a field goal.
Yeah.
Get him the experience.
He only has 1 field goal all season.
He hit that one from 30 yards out. This ball is at the 6-yard line, so you're probably looking at about 22 yards, 23 yards if they give him the chance. We'll see. That was a pickup of 7 on that carry there for Burwell. And they are going to send out Jacob Michael, the right-footed kicker, will be trying to squeeze this one through the uprights from the right hash marks. McLean Stedman usually the holder. It'll be Byron Irvin that's holding. Mateo Reynaga, the long snapper.
To attempt the field goal.
So can he make his second of the season? The field goal attempt, it's going to be from about 22 yards. The kick is away as the first half comes to an end. He couldn't sneak it in the right uprights, just wide right. So the field goal miss will finish off the first half. And so at halftime, it is 28-0. Roseburg in front of the South Eugene Axe. We go to the halftime break. Roseburg in front big and looking to try and see if they can run away with it in the second half coming up. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. It is the Quality Fence halftime report coming up when we return here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and other.
Welcome you back here to Morrow Field on the campus of South Eugene High School. It's high school football for you here on a Friday night. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in and joining us here, whether you are following the action with us on the radio, listening online, or maybe watching tonight's game on our simulcast, our video simulcast at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel. The live video simulcast brought to you by the Cow Creek Tribe. And you can find it there on our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to make sure you don't miss our next broadcast here on The Score. Well, our Quality Fence halftime report at the break. It is 28-0. Roseburg in front of South Eugene. The Indians trying to end a 3-game losing streak here at South Eugene and trying to send the Axe to an 0-7 record on the season. Looks like it is a homecoming night. I was wondering if that might be the case for South Eugene. As we're here at the break, taking a look at your scoring in the first half of this one. Well, Roseburg got it started, scoring on their opening drive of the ball game. Needed 5 plays, 65 yards, a minute 51, as it was a 19-yard touchdown run for Caden Austin that got Roseburg on the board. The kick by Jacob Michael made it 7-0. Roseburg would score on their second drive of the night. 9 plays, 65 yards, this time 4 minutes and 26 seconds. And it was Austin again, this time on a 20-yard pass completion from Corey Kimball. And the kick by Michael made it 14-0, our score at the end of the first half. First quarter. Roseburg would add 14 points in the second quarter as well on their third drive of the night. They would score. This time it was Carson Uragwin, a 4-yard touchdown run through the middle. He gets his third touchdown on the ground this season. That play took that drive took 7 plays, 74 yards, 3 minutes and 19 seconds. The kick by Michael made it 21-0. Roseburg would get an interception on the next drive for South Eugene, first takeaway of the night for the Tribe, and that would set the Indians up with a short field. Only needed one play. This time it was Kimball to Austin again, 31 yards out. The kick by Michael made it 28-0. So Roseburg goes 4 for 4 on their first 4 drives of the game. South Eugene would get it, drive into Roseburg territory, but again, self-inflicted wounds pushed them backwards. They ended up trying a trick play on 4th down and turn it over on downs. Roseburg gets the football. The only drive they do not score on is a drive that goes all the way to the 6-yard line. They were running out of time in the first half, so they had to try a field goal, and unfortunately a miss from 22 yards out for Jacob Michael, his first field goal miss of the season. And that gives us a score of 28-0 here at the halftime break. Knight looking at this first half. Roseburg's been battling. They've been fighting tough against good competition. They were there for a couple of games. So look, I think you look at the scoreboard, Willamette, Churchill, those two teams facing off tonight in a huge showdown for the lead in the race for the league title. But those look like probably the two best teams in the league. And those are the two teams that really kind of pulled away from Roseburg, although Churchill didn't do it till the fourth quarter. Yep. And Willamette able to build the lead but never really put Roseburg away. Other than that, Thurston, North Eugene, the other 2 losses on the season for Roseburg, those were games that came down to the wire and were very tight down to the end. So Roseburg, they've been battling hard. They've been putting up good effort, good attempts, and they've been right there, just haven't been able to do it. Tonight's a night that's just like, look, we know we're a good football team. We just need to see one go the right direction, and they are doing that so far after one half of football.
Absolutely, all domination. I mean, they moved the ball at will. They didn't have really any friction. They were able to move the ball down the field. They didn't get stopped once. Their only blemish, you could say, offensively was the missed field goal at the end. They had a couple of touchdowns called back. You got to clean up the holdings, but other than that, I mean, it's been a really good first half. Turnover for Luke Robbins on the interception. You can't say enough about what this team did in the first half. And yes, they did lose to Willamette, and they did lose to Churchill, and they lost a close one to Thurston that may have not gone that way if it wasn't for a couple of injuries. You think about the North Eugene loss, you're missing Corey Kimball, you're missing Brayson Parker. Brayson Parker having a big game tonight. Those two were certainly missed in that game, and they came back from 21-0 down, tied the game. It was just an interception with the backup quarterback, but you can't hate what this team's done this season. They've been really physical. This has been one of the better Roseburg football teams throughout the past decade, and right now they're showing it here.
Roseburg leads 28-0 on top of South Eugene after one half of play. Second half is going to be coming up here in just a few moments. This is the Quality Fence halftime report. Coming up, we'll take a look at individual statistics from the first half. We'll also get you a look at your BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update. We'll get you caught up on some other games of note going on around the Umpqua Basin and beyond. So don't go anywhere, folks. More of the Quality Fence halftime report when we return here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Congratulations to you all.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with a news review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable, veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes!
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Roseburg football tonight here on The Score. It's our Quality Fence halftime report. Tonight's game is brought to you by Bricks Grill and Chill. Order online for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Visit bricksgrillroseburg.com. Also want to say thanks to Centennial Orthopedics. They help out with the Roseburg training staff throughout the season for all sports, including football and sports injuries and more. It's your move. Visit centennialorthopodiatry.com. Well, it has been a big first half for Roseburg, 28-0. The score here at the break, and Knight Uretsky's been tracking our stats for tonight, taking a look at our individual stats here for us. Knight?
Yeah, in the first half, Corey Kimball, 6 of 7, a couple of touchdowns, 147 yards for him. Tyler Reitman, 2 carries, 11 yards. Corey Kimball, 3 carries, 45 yards. Really close to almost 200 yards of total offense in the first half for Corey Kimball. Carson Urangoni had a touchdown, 2 carries, 13 yards. Landon Simpson, 29 yards on 5 carries. Caden Austin on the ground, 2 carries, 46 yards. He also had 4 catches for 107 yards. Really, really good first half for Caden Austin. He's over 150 yards of total offense in that first half. Dre Burwell, 4 carries, 26 yards. Do want to mention, though, for Austin, 3 touchdowns in that first half with over the 150 yards. But Burwell, the 4 carries, 26 yards. Amos Bowers had 1 carry for 1 yard. Receiving-wise, Dane St. Clair had a catch for 35 yards, and Noah Nelson also had a catch for 5 yards. As we look on the other side for South Eugene, Olieti, the quarterback for South Eugene, he's only gotten 3 completions on 7 attempts. He does have 40 yards and an interception on the ground, though. He's carried the ball 8 times for 14 yards. Bush, the running back, 1 carry, 2 yards for him. You have Isaiah Francis with 1 carry for -9 yards after that blown up reverse play. Talon Bishop, he had 2 carries for 3 yards in the first half, and Asher Dumble, he had 2 carries for 9 yards. Receiving wise, though, Henry Fawcett, he was the standout in that first half. 1 catch for 32 total yards. Airment, he had 1 catch for 9 yards, and that's all the offense for South Eugene. A really dominant first half effort for Roseburg.
Yeah, it has been their biggest lead of the first half this season. Might be their biggest lead of the season against any team, except for, I guess, maybe Gresham, that first game of the year. Roseburg winning 41-7. So, biggest lead for Roseburg since that moment. And they got to be feeling good in the locker room. We'll take another 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at our BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update and get you caught up on some big games going on around high school and college football here tonight. Back after a 2-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM at 1490. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event, plus you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
When the first Cascade branch opened in 1948, things were a lot different here. The fact they're still here says a lot about the way they do business.
Staying in business for 75 years requires the cooperation of generations. It's the desire to learn and grow with your community.
My account number is only 5 digits long. What that tells me is that this is a local credit union.
Cascade Community Credit Union would like to thank you for 75 years of growth and support here in Douglas County.
Life tragically ended too soon in a car crash in 2018. Since his death, his family and friends have created a nonprofit built on his legacy of giving back to the community that he loved. They have held annual golf tournaments.
Back here at South Eugene High School on the road with the Roseburg Indians here tonight on The Score. Joey Kieran along with me, Knight Uretsky. We got Cooper helping out with the video tonight, and back in the studio, Brenton Cranford running the radio production. Tonight's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Here during our Quality Fence halftime report, it's time now to take a look at our BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update. Providing labor services for your moving needs. If you're looking to get out of town with your next move, they can help you out. They're veteran-owned, affordable, dependable, efficient, and careful. They've got senior and veteran discounts available. Book now at 541-315-0122, or you can find them on Facebook at BTB Moving. Well, it has been a interesting night tonight around high school football. We got some big matchups going on. Knight's been kind of tracking and taking note of things. What do we got going on here tonight, Knight?
Yeah, Sutherland, they had a big game. Sutherland 5-1 at St. Euslaw Mapleton out in Florence. You can listen that on I-101 with Dan Bain on the call. Unfortunately, though, it's not a good score for us to report. 22-0 Mapleton leading against the Sutherland Bulldogs. Hoping for a strong second half for Sutherland. The other score that we do have to report, Oakland up 18-14. Really good matchup. That's a top 10 matchup between Oakland and Myrtle Point Pacific. Oakland, the Okers, number 2 in the rankings right now. They're 6-0, 2-0 in league play. Pacific, they're 2-0 in league play, 5-1 overall, giving the Okers a run for their money. As we break it down to the 6-man level, Days Creek, a loss tonight against number 1 ranked Powers. We knew that was going to be a tough game coming into today, and it was a tough 64-25 loss for Days Creek at Powers. Elkton's playing at North Lake tomorrow. That's what we do have to report for the 6-man football. Churchill, though, they're up 16-14 against Willamette at the halftime break. So Churchill right now leading Willamette in that battle of top 2 teams in the special district right now. Willamette and Churchill, the only 2 teams that are undefeated right now in the special district 4 play. That's a really good game happening right now.
Yeah, it is.
Churchill, the 5th-ranked team, Willamette receiving votes. But that is a good game at the halftime right there. North Eugene, the last update we got was in the first quarter, at the end of the first half, I should say. North Eugene up 14-8 versus Crater. Another good matchup happening in the Special District 4. But those are the scores that I have to report. The other one that is of note is the Duck game that is happening on KQEN right now. The Oregon Ducks football team went into West Lafayette, I should say, and took care of business. 35-0, a minute 53 to play. Little bit of a surprise, but Austin Novosad got in for Dante Moore, maybe trying to preserve that red shirt for Dante Moore.
Okay.
He's come into a couple of games, but Novosad came in at the very end.
They probably, if something happened to Dylan Gabriel, they might go to Dante Moore, and then they might be able to preserve his redshirt year if he hasn't played, because he can play up to 4 games.
Yeah.
So, that's some little strategy there. I just caught a highlight from that Churchill and Willamette game. Seville Posse, believe it or not, he ran in a touchdown, 1-yard touchdown
No
run.
way, he did it again.
And the 2-point conversion as well.
Gosh, he is so good. He might be the best player in the district.
Yeah, that one was 16-14 on that conversion there. So that's probably a fun game going on there tonight, and that is for that league title there. Coming up tomorrow, we've got Oregon State football for you here on The Score. And you can tune in at 5 o'clock tomorrow evening for pregame and kickoff at 7 o'clock as the Oregon State Beavers are at home against UNLV. Big showdown there for the Beavers, taking on the Rebels, and a future Pac-12 opponent for the Beavers. And UNLV coming in at 5-1 on the season. Very good team there. We got the BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update for you. We might have a new update on the Oakland Oker game. I've got a report of another Oakland touchdown.
Let's go!
The Oakland Okers at least leading 24-14, I believe. Get a score on that how that continues to add to the scoreboard there. So as we get to the second half getting underway, the teams are coming out of the locker room. It was homecoming here tonight, so a little extra time here at the halftime break. We'll go ahead and take our final timeout of the Quality Fence halftime report. A 2-minute break. We'll be back with the second half kickoff here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with a news review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services, such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable, veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Well, just about ready to get the second half of tonight's ball game underway. Along with Knight Uretsky, I'm Joey Kieran. Roseburg leading 28-0 on top of South Eugene. They've got a couple minutes still up on the board after the halftime homecoming festivities. Well, it's not just we got Oregon State football coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day in college football.
There's a lot of good games happening tomorrow.
Yeah. So Ducks are playing tonight, so Oregon fans can maybe sit back and relax and enjoy a day filled with college football after their team got a win here tonight. They are closing that one out. Oregon just got an interception, so that game is going final, and it looks like the Ducks will preserve a shutout against Purdue.
They are.
That's a nice response after the big win over Ohio State last week.
Oh, yeah. Shows how good the defense is, eh?
Yeah. Did get a score, actually, after that Oker touchdown. Find out exactly what the score was. It is 24-14, Oakland in front. And big showdown there, but it's good to see that Oakland is up to the task and right now is doing well as they are gearing up for halftime there at Oakland High School. If you've got scores you want to report to us, we would love to take them. You can hit us up on the 541 radio app, or you can let us know on Twitter. You can tweet at us at KSKR the score. You can
please do
tweet there. We'd love to pass along scores of other games going on, so feel free to hit us up here in the second half of tonight's ball game. Roseburg, 3 games left to go. Actually, I guess 2.5 now. Here, hey, as we finish out the first half here, I do want to mention this before I forget, because we were all talking about the marching band at halftime last week, and looking forward to seeing them perform again. But congratulations to the Roseburg High School Marching Ensemble, recently competing at the annual Pride of the Northwest Marching Competition at Grants Pass High School. They took second place in the preliminary and final rounds of that competition with their show, The Outlaw of Nottingham. We got a chance to see that for the first time last week, and they are It's kind of a Robin Hood theme, and they've got trees and all sorts, a castle, all sorts.
It was like an act, like they had like a sword fighting,
Yeah.
and then they were like, well, that's not the outcome we like. Let's run it back.
They got all sorts of narration going on. It was fantastic, and they end up taking second in that competition there. In addition, Roseburg's marching ensemble earned special recognition for having the highest percussion score of all ensembles there. So congratulations to band leader Brandon Hansen and the entire group. They were awesome last week. You can come out and see them performing coming up this next week when Roseburg's back at home. The Indians will be at home next Friday night as they welcome in Eagle Point. That'll be senior night. That'll be homecoming. It'll be all of the fun stuff, plus a big performance for the Roseburg High School Marching Ensemble. Hopefully you'll come on out and check that out. They are worth the price of admission.
Most impressive marching band I've seen from the high school level.
For sure. Kickoff away as Roseburg will kick it left to right, start in the second half. Another fumble on the return for Olietti, but he picks it up. Last time it worked out for him. It's working again as he slips a couple of tackles, climbs up the hash marks, and gets to the 30-yard line. Falls forward to the 32, and will set up South Eugene in decent field position to begin the second half here. Roseburg football this season brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Aiden Nutter credited on the tackle there. Roseburg and South Eugene, it's been a matchup that goes back quite a while, back to when South Eugene was just Eugene High School, going way back. Actually, when it was just Eugene High School, they kind of dominated the series with Roseburg, but the Indians have had it since they moved to North and South Eugene High School here in Eugene. We'll talk about the series coming up. The two teams haven't met since 2017. Four-man front for the Roseburg defense as Olietti hands it off and trying to run up the middle. Nowhere to go. George Gibby getting in with the ankle tackle on the ball carrier. That is Henry Fawcett, the junior. He's a big back. He bowls his way only forward for about a yard.
And you mentioned George Gibby. His family had the family dinner this week for the team.
Feed.
Yeah, spaghetti feed. Fed the entire team. Good team bonding effort, and it seems to be paying off here this week. A little bit of camaraderie out on the field.
Roseburg will look to try and get another stop here on 2nd and long, see if they can force a third down attempt from behind the sticks. Fake the handoff, trying to run, but Roseburg ready for it, and there is Parker. You had Luther in there. You had everybody. And getting off the bottom of the pile last for Roseburg is Carson Tyler, the senior, getting a chance to play on the defensive line a little bit. We've seen him mostly on the offensive line. And no gain on that carry.
Yeah, just stuffing the line of scrimmage, and now you're forcing 3rd and long right after the halftime break. South Eugene just like no offense today, it feels like.
After 350-some yards, 354 last week against Springfield, it's been limited action here tonight. Looking to pass here, Olietti on 3rd down and long, flushed out of the pocket. Parker chasing him down, he'll get him. And Brayson Parker will come up with the sack, drops Olietti for a loss. As Tyler Reitman helps him up, he gets trapped back at the 25-yard line, a loss of 8 on the sack for Parker, and the punt unit coming out for the Axe.
3rd sack tonight for this Roseburg defense. Brayson Parker, I mean, we talk about that North Eugene game, and sure, it was a shame not to have Corey Kimball out there, but I think Brayson Parker is just as big of a player not to have out there. I mean, he's been disrupting offensive lines throughout the season.
Yeah, he's done great. That defensive front has been big for Roseburg with those two ends in Parker and Luther, and then they got to do a good job of stuff in the middle as well with Gibby, and they got Tyler out there now. Here comes the snap for the punt. The kick is away. End over end, wobbly kick will bounce at the 42 and takes a hop towards the sideline, stays in bounds. South Eugene does have a couple of players over there to make sure that ball gets down. I was thinking at first maybe nobody was going to it, and that Paxton Burke might have had a chance to run up and grab it with nobody paying attention to the football, but South Eugene was there. 9:31 to go here in the 3rd quarter, and Roseburg will have the football starting at midfield, right at the 50 after the punt of a net 25 yards. A chance for Roseburg, a score here for the Indians would take them to that running clock option here in the second half.
Got to hit the extra point, too.
Yeah, it would be that. Roseburg didn't get that extra point in the Gresham game to get the 35-point margin. run up the middle. That looked like Reitman in the backfield. He'll carry it to the 44-yard line, a pickup of 6 on that play. So Roseburg and South Eugene, they have met now. This is the 43rd time the two schools have met. And South Eugene actually leads the series 22-20, but that's because of their time as what was Eugene High School before the split. Roseburg versus Eugene High School just 1-16, but against South Eugene, Roseburg 19-6 in the era since 1958 when they split off. And they run here up the middle. That play went right, then back to left. It was like somebody forgot they were playing Madden football and just left their finger on the circle button. And Tyler Reitman out there spinning one way, spinning all the way back to the other way. Makes it 3rd down and 1 as he gets to the 41.
A little bit of a spin cycle right there from Reitman. Up to 4 carries now. Had 2 early carries, and then they gave him a break, let him play defense a little bit.
And up the middle they'll go with Reitman. Roseburg's going to run clock no matter if it's a running clock or not here. They have gone a steady dose of Tyler Reitman up the middle. He moves the chains and keeps this going. Ball down to the 35, a pickup of 6.
I mean, that's what Tyler Reitman does. You can tell, I mean, Coach Watson's talked about how he wants to instill these values in the seniors in hopes it trickles down to these lower classes. Tyler Reitman's given it his all on every single play, and that's something that Coach Watson hopes rubs off on some of these younger players on this Roseburg team.
1st down and 10. Spread out wide to the right side is St. Clair. In the slot, Austin moves right to left, but right up the middle, here goes Reitman, and the senior just sprinting up the field, gets to the 20, picks up 15.
And Reitman once again just muscling his way forward. Big pickup for him.
Roseburg with their 2nd highest scoring performance of the season here tonight, looking to take it over 30 points for just the 2nd time this year. They are into the red zone on that run by Reitman. Tyler Reitman came in 88 yards on 16 carries and a touchdown last week. His first rushing touchdown, first touchdown of the season. Set up with him in the backfield. Why stop doing it if it's working? He just will punish the defense right through the middle. He takes it to the 15.
Man, he's just mauling on this drive up the
I think
middle.
Everything's been him, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So he has gotten 35 yards on this drive alone for Roseburg on 5 carries.
Incredible.
I mean, that is fantastic stuff there for Tyler Reitman. He's averaging 7 yards a carry on this drive. Sets up 3 yards behind Kimball. They're going to pitch it this time with Reitman out there blocking for Burwell. He'll cut it upfield, gets to the 10 before he is tackled from the side. Coming up and making the stop for South Eugene, that was Talon Bishop.
Do you have to pull out your calculator to divide 35 by 7?
I don't do math on the air well. It was 35 divided by 5. I know it should have been
35 divided by 5.
But I don't do math on the. I don't do math well to begin with. I don't do it well when I'm talking and trying to broadcast. So my brain is mush. Okay, just leave me be. 1st down and goal from the 10-yard line after that carry of 5 yards for Burwell. This drive alone, Roseburg is just piling it up, but a penalty flag out's going to stop this one early, and it looks like it's against the defense.
Yep.
Encroachment, or lining up in the neutral zone. Not like Roseburg needed any help on the drive, but they will get that, and it's down to the 5-yard line.
And it's that motion. I mean, that's like the 3rd time that we've seen South Eugene jump a little bit offside.
Over 6.5 yards per play on this drive for Roseburg, no matter who's touching the football. Yes, I used my calculator. 5:54 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Roseburg leading 28-0. 5 yards from pay dirt. Throw into the far side. Caught and spinning. Still trying to get to the end zone. An extra push from his teammates and unable to get across the goal line there for Roseburg. That was Noah Nelson. Nelson just could not quite get across the goal line.
I mean, he was fighting. He was trying so hard. Just couldn't muscle it across.
They put the ball at the 1, a pickup of 4 for Nelson.
I mean, it's like 4.5. It's inside the 1-yard line.
Now this looks like Tyler Reitman area here. He is the deep back, and turn, give it to him. Yep, right up the middle. Touchdown, Roseburg. Tyler Reitman on the score.
Tyler Reitman for the touchdown.
Reitman will lead Roseburg to pay dirt there, and that is going to stretch this lead. Pending the extra point, we could get a running clock here coming up.
Michael to attempt the extra point.
Jacob Michael will come out to try and keep his extra points perfect. 1 yard touchdown run there for Reitman. The kick is away, looks right down the middle. It is, and Roseburg will lead this one 35-0. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break. We'll come back with 5:04 to go here in the third quarter. Roseburg in front of South Eugene on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Hand motion.
Deep for the ads.
Kickoff coming here with 5:04 to go in the third quarter. We've gotten to the 35-0 lead. That means it'll be a running clock here in the second half for the Indians. And if you are not familiar with the rule, 35 or more in the second half, and once you get to the running clock, it will stay that way the rest of the ball game. Jacob Michael with the kick away. It'll go to the 9. Fumbled again by Olietti. He has not been able to cleanly field a kickoff, but every time he fumbles, picks it up, and makes great strides getting up the field. Takes that one all the way out to the 36-yard line on the return. It's amazing how he will never field it cleanly, but then finds a way to pick it up and sprint his way down. You just think, boy, if you could get that ball cleanly on the reception for the kickoff, how that might help him try and get even better returns possibly.
Dude, he's just such an athlete out there. I mean, it's really impressive to see him out there on the field goal or on the kickoff returns, and then he's back out there taking the snap at quarterback.
And I believe he plays defense as well. I don't know if he is tonight. He was listed as a defensive starter on the projected lineups that we got from Coach Derek Brimmer. And it's another penalty for an illegal formation or too many men on the field. No, illegal formation it looks like for South Eugene. So the Axe will, before they even get a snap off on this drive, they will be moving backwards. They'll put the football back at the 31-yard line, a loss of 5. Olietti will be in shotgun, empty backfield. Moves Ermet from left to right, the H-back tight end, and Roseburg jumps. That is Jacob Michael who gets in as a defensive end outside linebacker position, and Michael's going to return the favor, giving South Eugene penalty yardage the other direction. So back out to the 36. So it'll be first down and 10 once again. And out at the 36-yard line, Ermet moves to the right side of the formation. Olietti calls for another motion, pulls in the snap, gives a pitch forward, cutting up field, and out to the 45-yard line. On the carry there, Talon Bishop. That'll be a reception out to the 45. On a pitch forward, that'll technically go down as a pass, a 9-yard completion for Olietti, connecting with Bishop. First catch of the night for Bishop. And it'll be second down and a yard. They're going to pitch it to Bishop, who had motion to the backfield. He'll go over the right side, has the first down as he sprints downfield. Starting to see a few new numbers out there for Roseburg as the clock is running. We're down to 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. That run takes the football to the Roseburg 44-yard line. And so that is a pickup of 11 on that carry for Bishop. They'll set up first down and 10. Clock down to a minute 43 as it continues to run with the 35-point lead for Roseburg. Moving to the left side of the formation. A target out there, that is Kamani Williams. Handed off, trying to carry left side goes Bishop. Cuts upfield, hurdles. Somebody lost, I thought, a shoe at first. It looks like it's maybe a glove or some fabric off of somebody's shirt or something. Ball goes down to the 41-yard line on that carry by Bishop, a pickup of 3. 4 carries on the night for Bishop, 17 yards total. So at the 41, ball on the left hash mark. In shotgun, it's second down and 7 for the Axe as we're into the final minute of the third quarter. Olietti on the quarterback keeper after the fake handoff. The play action fake coming up, making the stop is Byron Irving down at the 31-yard line. But that's a pickup of 10 for Olietti on the ground. And after taking a few sacks here tonight, with that 10-yard carry, he's only up to 16 yards on the ground. Clock is down to 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. And it'll maybe be one more play here for South Eugene. Olietti in shotgun with Bishop to his right. He'll pitch it that direction around the end. Bishop tries to hurdle over defenders again as he takes it to the 26-yard line. Picks up 5. And the clock down under 10 seconds to go. And that is going to do it for the third quarter. At the end of 3, it is 35-0. And Roseburg in front. Running clock for the fourth quarter coming up. We will be back after this 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable, veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
I've always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Come back to start the fourth quarter quickly on second down and medium. Pass over the middle goes right off the hands of Paxton Burke. In coverage, he'll get a pass breakup on that one as we start things here in the fourth quarter. 12 minutes on the board. South Eugene with it into Roseburg territory, but now facing third down and about 4. Not quite. It's like a long 4, short 5. As the ball is at the Roseburg 26-yard line. Got to get it just past the 22 to try and convert. Incompletion there for Olietti. Overthrew his intended target, and it went off the hands for Paxton Burke. In coverage. Knight Uretsky's down on the field. He'll be getting a word with head coach Matt Watson in the post-game show, so stick around for that as we will bring you the the Bowers Industrial post-game coaches interview. Running left side goes Olietti. He gets free around the edge, has the first down, and he will move the chains for South Eugene. A carry there for Olietti goes down to the 15-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 for Olietti. Running over towards Knight in that corner over there. I'm intrigued to hear his opinion as of Olieti up close.
I mean, he's really athletic out there. You can see him just break to the outside. It feels like he's reading his blockers exceptionally well. He's making the offense move right now.
He's got him at first down and 10 from the Roseburg 15. Running right side, and he'll pick up 5. Roseburg sent a blitz. They had Bishop in the backfield trying to pick it up for South Eugene. And I didn't catch who was blitzing for Roseburg, but they blew up the running back. But they were in the wrong spot as Olieti goes over the right side and picks up the 5 down to the 10. Olieti getting a lot of carries here in this second half. He's up to 13 total, but just 32 yards on the night. Second down and 5 from the 10. High snap, pulls it down. Bishop goes left side. He gets hit in the backfield, stretches across the line of scrimmage for about a pickup of 1 as Roseburg coming up, making the stop for the Tribe there. That was Nicholas Ruiz getting the stop. The ball goes down to the 8-yard line. Pickup of 2 on that carry for Bishop. So it'll be third down and 3, probably 2-down territory here for South. They pitch it left side. Short pitch, had to reach for it, able to hang on. Bishop gets it down to about the 5-yard line. It's going to be right at the sticks, but I think he's going to get credit for it. And they will move the chains. It'll be first and goal from the 5 after a 3-yard pickup for Talon Bishop.
And you can just hear right now on this Roseburg defense, it looks like Byron Irvin is screaming, let's go, let's go. He's trying to get the defense amped up here.
Not a lot of starters out there still for Roseburg. Looks like a whole new defensive line. They'll pitch it left side, making a cut at the 5. Coming up short of the goal line is Talon Bishop. They are trying to reward him. He gets it to the 3-yard line. He'll pick up 2. Up on that front line, Colby Batchelor in there, Aiden Nutter. They bring back in Tyler Reitman as they try to preserve this shutout. Reitman comes on a blitz, running left side. They're going to stop the ball carrier. They slowed him down at the 5, maybe take him down to the 6. It was Reitman and Burke on the blitz, and they really affected that run play. Drop him for a loss, tackle for loss back to the 6-yard line. That'll be a loss of 3 on the carry for Bishop.
And Luke Robbins out there as well. I mean, this is a different defense that's out here inside this 10-yard line.
Yeah, they bring some of the starters back in, trying to get that shutout on the board. It'll be third down and goal. Running right side goes Olieti, but things not really opening up. He'll get to the 5, and that is all. Colby Batchelor getting in there, helping, along with Ruiz, Burke, Reitman, all getting to the football quickly there. And the run by Olieti down to the 5 picks up 1 on the carry. It's fourth down and goal from the 5, and a timeout taken by South Eugene. That'll stop the clock with 7:27 to go here in the fourth quarter. Let's use a 30-second timeout as well on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
So it's a big fourth down coming up here with 7:27 to go in the ballgame. Roseburg leading 35-0, trying to keep the shutout going. South Eugene on fourth down and goal from the 5, trying to find the end zone for the first time. Olieti in shotgun with Bishop to his right. Waiting on the shotgun snap, fakes the pitch, rolls to his left, going to pitch it short to Fawcett. Has a man right there, and they're not going to get it. It's Jacob Michael the first to get to him, and the rest of the defense comes up with the stop as well. It'll be a loss back to the 11-yard line on the pass play. That is a loss of 6. And Roseburg is going to come up with the fourth down stop and keep the shutout going.
Not bad for the kicker, eh?
Yes, indeed. Jacob Michael, first one to the ball. That catch made by Fawcett. Loses 6 on the reception, and Roseburg will have the football. We're going to say with 6:45 to go in the ball game, as the running clock has been moving ever since the turnover on down. They'll have it at their own 11-yard line. First down and 10 for the Tribe. Turn. It is a new man out there at quarterback. Up the middle for Roseburg will go Landon Simpson.
Is that Caden Moon out there?
That is going to be
number 12.
Caden Moon,
Yeah,
the sophomore, getting his first opportunity in at quarterback this season.
I mean, only fitting with the Hunter's Moon yesterday, the Super Moon coming out, and now you get the sophomore out there. How awesome for him.
Landon Simpson with a carry of 5 yards to make it second down and 5 as Roseburg will use the clock. Moon under center. They've liked what they've seen out of him as a defender offside. Simpson had gotten the handoff, but they stopped the play as one of the defensive ends had jumped for South Eugene. The Yaks will be giving up yardage there. Coach Watson has talked about Caden Moon. He's raved about what he's done at the JV sub-varsity level and what the future might be for that young man, just a sophomore.
One word, twitchy.
Yeah, that did come up. 5-yard penalty moves the football out to the 21. And it's first down for Roseburg. Clock down to 5:18. Running the option here, but never pitched, and Moon is trapped at the end. Talon Bishop will come up to make the stop. They will mark him down for a loss back to the 19. So Caden Moon, on his first carry of the season, loses 2 yards. It'll be second down and 12 for the Indians. Looking to just wear off the final 4:45 here in the ball game. And this will snap a 3-game losing streak. In motion, pitch, coming to the near side. This is Caden Austin out there. There is a penalty flag out. Surprised to see maybe Austin still out there. There's a lot of offensive starters still on the field. It was second down and a 12, but it's going to be coming back as they're going to call a penalty.
Flag down on the field.
So we'll see how far this will move Roseburg back.
A little bit of fun on the sideline, Joey. Tyler Reitman just squirted a Gatorade bottle at Luke Robbins.
Roseburg penalty backs him up to the 11-yard line. They will run. No, pass. Oh, and it's picked off. Picked off on the throw by Moon. It is taken away by South Eugene's Gus Nelson. Second consecutive week for Nelson getting an interception. So unfortunate there for Roseburg. That'll put him back at -1 on the turnover margin. Did I hear a penalty flag on the field? No, turnover. So it'll be...
I think they were saying injured player on the field.
Gotcha. So an interception negates that drive for Roseburg. Clock does stop with 3:17 for the injured player. South Eugene will have the ball in Roseburg territory. So that'll put Roseburg back at -1 on the turnover margin. And unfortunately there for Moon in his mop-up duty here, turns the ball over. So while we wait on the injured player, let's go ahead and get a 30-second timeout. And let's take a break here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at qualityfenceco.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
South Eugene has the football at the Roseburg 23 after the interception. After the timeout for the injured player, we're down to 2:50 to go in the ballgame with a running clock. Back into the backfield goes Talon Bishop to the left of Olietti. Gets the pitch that direction, and he is swallowed up quickly. Colby Batchelor getting in there along with Nicholas Ruiz. A couple of those second-stringer guys getting out there and getting some good run in this one and showing up pretty good. So that ball carried only for about a yard. Gain of 1 there for Bishop. So it'll be 2nd down and 9. 35-0 our score inside. Just about down to 2 minutes to play in this one. Call for the shotgun snap. Give it to Bishop running left side. Looking for a seam. He finds it. Races upfield. Good burst once he saw that seam around the left edge. And he takes it close to the sticks. That is going to be down to the 14-yard line. That's a pickup of 8.
Matt Watson looks to be as cold as I am right now. He has both hands in his pocket. He's doing the Bob Dylan walk right now.
He's got no body fat. Give it to Bishop going left side. He cuts up inside the 10 and will get down to about the 6-yard line. That is where they'll spot it on the carry by Bishop. It'll be an 8-yard carry. And South Eugene, with time running down to a minute 24, looking to try and put points on the board. They've got 1st and goal from the Roseburg 6. Give it to Bishop. It's been a steady diet. He cuts upfield, and that was the wrong idea. Nicholas Ruiz is right there. We saw a lot of Nicholas Ruiz earlier in the season when Luke Robbins was filling in at quarterback, and they kept him off the defensive side of the field. Ruiz got a chance to play a little heavier minutes, and he performed well. He's doing a good job here in this one late. The carry went down to the 5. It was a pickup of 1 by Bishop, thanks to that tackle by Ruiz. Reminds me that last week we saw, or it was, I believe, Nicholas's sister having her 17th birthday, if I'm remembering all that conversation correctly. So we were wishing a happy birthday a week ago, and now we get a chance to call Nicholas's name quite a bit here tonight as well. Kind of fun there for the Ruiz family. We're going to have scores coming up in the post game. Just getting a final one from down in Myrtle Creek out of the timeout coming up here for South Eugene to try and conserve the clock. You got 68 seconds left to go in this one. And South Eugene wants points. They've been shut out 3 times this year. They are trying to avoid a 4th one. They've got the ball at the 5-yard line. 2nd down and goal from the 5 with 1:08 to play. Out of the timeout, they bring in a new running back. Olietti going to keep it himself, going right side. He found some soft space, gets to the goal line, falls forward. The signal, touchdown. The shutout is gone. Touchdown run by Olietti. First points on the board tonight for South Eugene. Comes from 5 yards out. It is 35-6.
Tell you what, the fan reaction, I mean, it's homecoming. They're excited for that one.
Yeah, student section, the band down there, they showed up pretty good here. Trickled in, but they eventually get here. Olietti on the 5-yard run. Gets that one in. He has 38 yards on the night on 15 carries.
Timeout.
And South Eugene's going to use their final timeout before the try. 21 seconds left to go in the ball game as they look to get the final one. I do want to note for South Eugene, Davian Macy, a junior, has been over at the trainer's table. He's got his shoulder pads off, and it looks like they've got some ice on his shoulder or his back. So he's been at the trainer's table for a little while. Well, Knight, you were mentioning, we got a little bit of a breeze that just blew through the backside of the bleachers here at the up in the grandstands, up in the booth. Knight's down on the field.
Are you feeling the cold now, Joey?
That's a brisk breeze coming through. 54 degrees as it is.
It's a lot chillier down here on the field than it is up there in your nice little tent that we just got. Shout out that tent. Great addition to the equipment today. I feel like, we keep adding equipment, but this one was a necessary addition.
Here comes the PAT attempt. Then they were going for a fake. It got knocked down by Roseburg. And Roseburg will snuff that one out. Coming up to make the play, Dakota James got right in there and knocked that ball down. He almost fielded that pitch to take it the other way for 2. But it'll be no good on the try.
Yeah, that would have been fun, just get some momentum back to you. I mean, there's 10 seconds on the clock, but it just shows that this team is no quit. This is a team that's going to fight hard all the way to the very end.
You're seeing that from Roseburg here tonight. 35-6 is our score right now. There is 10 seconds on the board. And I guess we'll wait for the kickoff to get this one completed here. Roseburg with the win here tonight will go to 3-4 on the season. They'll be 2-4 in league play. They'll be one game below 500. They are trying to win their final 3 games and have a winning record for just the 3rd time in the last 10 seasons. So Coach Watson trying to build something here in his first year and has a chance to have the team above 500. He's got a great opportunity with the final 3 games here coming up. Final 2 games coming up as we do have this one pretty much in the books. The Axe will kick it away. The place kicker was Sammy, Viatel. But didn't get a chance to try and kick that PAT through. He'll be kicking it off here. Angles this one towards the sideline. It'll bounce to the 10. And this is where Roseburg will wear off the final seconds of this ball game. It's Caden Austin, gets hit from behind out to the 28-yard line, and there it is. This one is final. Roseburg gets a win here tonight against South Eugene, 35-6, your final score. And the Roseburg Indians get the victory to end a 3-game losing streak. Final score again, 35-6. We'll have your postgame show coming up here in just a bit. A word with head coach Matt Watson. Tonight's ballgame's been brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. By Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. And by Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel and make sure that you have an agent in your corner. Call 541-672-5701. The postgame show is coming up next here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with a news review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable, veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon. Because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor. Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Back here at South Eugene High School, where the Roseburg Indians pick up a victory on top of the Axe, 35-6. It's time now for our Bowers Industrial post-game interview down on the field. Knight Uretsky. Knight?
Coach, you guys got the win today. Dominant effort for you guys. What did it mean to just get back in the win column?
Well, I mean, it was everything that we preached all week long about starting fast. And so, you know, we went a little up-tempo to kind of enforce that. And the kids took to it. We started the week fast, into the week fast, and we started this game fast as well.
Corey Kimball today airing it out a little bit more than we've seen in the past. What kind of worked well from him in the passing game, and what kind of led to that decision to throw the ball a little bit more?
I think he had a lot of time to be able to throw. We had looks on the outside that we liked. We had looked inside that we liked, and so we were just trying to take our shots when the shots presented themselves.
Brayson Parker, big effort from him on the defensive line. What stood out for you?
He's tough to stop. I mean, he's a beast, and when he's not getting offensive reps, he's destroying our offense in practice. And so, you know, I mean, he's a handful, and you know, seeing him in the backfield a couple of times was exciting. He's tough to stop, that's for sure.
What about the defense overall? Almost had the shutout all the way to the very end. Good effort from them.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just getting the right guys in the right spot. Assignment football, and we just the second half we preached discipline, and making sure that we knew where we were supposed to be and wrapping up. Even though we get a little bit tired, that was an issue earlier in the season, and I think that we tackled well and made our reads pretty well, and had a great stop in the red zone before they had scored. And so, just incredibly proud of those guys and how hard they worked. They're a tough team, no matter who we're facing. These Roseburg boys are tough.
Glad the voice is intact. Go celebrate with your team. Appreciate it. Bringing in now Caden Austin. Caden, big game for you today. What was working well offensively? Obviously, a big day in the passing game, but also on the running attack as well.
Me and the quarterback just have a great connection that just helps on the football field. So,
where does that connection come from? How have you and Corey been able to form that connection throughout the season?
Just a lot of work in the off season. We've been grinding it out and working together in the weight room. So.
What was practice like this week? Amping up for these final 3 games. You have an opportunity to try to make your case for the postseason.
Yeah, coach is just pushing us harder because he knows what we can do, and we just got to limit our mistakes, and we can be a good team.
What does this win mean for you guys to get back in the win column after a little bit of a skid?
It means a lot. We really needed this as a team, and we just need to keep it rolling. So,
awesome. Well, congratulations. Go celebrate with your team. Appreciate it. Back to you, Joey.
Thank you, Knight. That's your Bowers Industrial post-game interviews with head coach Matt Watson and Caden Austin. The senior there had a huge night tonight for the Roseburg Indians. Tonight's game been brought to you by Chuck Swarm and Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? By Dr. Lanson Randall, Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Visit drrandall.com or call him at 541-378-6694. And by Neal Company Real Estate. Check out Neal Company Real Estate at nealco.com for the latest listings around Douglas County. Their agents will help you score the home of your dream. We'll take our final break and come back. We'll take a look at some final numbers and wrap it up. We'll get another look at your BTB Moving Out of Town scoreboard update as well. Getting some final scores coming our direction here tonight. Back after this on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
The station and other.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event, plus you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage. Final once again here from Morrow Field at South Eugene High School. Our score is 35-6, Roseburg in front of South Eugene. Along with me, Joey Kieran is Knight Uretsky. Let's get all of our names correctly here. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Thanks for everybody tuning in on the video stream. It's brought to you by the Cow Creek Tribe. Taking a look real quick here. First half, Roseburg led 14-0 in the first quarter, added another 14 in the second, 28-0 at halftime. It was 35-0 at the end of the third quarter. Roseburg got it to a running clock. Roseburg was 4 for 5 on drives in the first half. They would be 5 for 6 after 3 quarters. They threw an interception on their seventh drive of the game, and then their eighth drive was just the kickoff, and the game came to an end there. So very efficient tonight for Roseburg. Quickly looking at just kind of your offensive leaders here tonight for Roseburg. Corey Kimball throws for 151 yards and 2 touchdowns. Let's see here. On the ground, all around just kind of a great effort from the whole team, but leading the way, Tyler Reitman with 47 yards, had a touchdown. Corey Kimball had 3 carries for 45. Carson Uragwin had a touchdown. Caden Austin had a touchdown. He finished with 46 yards on the night. So overall, really good. Roseburg had 5 players with 30 or more yards on the ground. Austin also had 4 catches for 107 yards and 2 scores here tonight. He had a fantastic game this evening, finishes with 153 total yards and the 3 scores. For South Eugene, Olietti finishes with 43 yards through the air, did have 1 interception thrown. Leading receiver was Henry Fawcett, who had 1 catch for 32 yards. Olietti on the ground, 38 yards and a touchdown, got sacked 3 times. Talon Bishop led the way with 44 yards on 13 carries. Overall, Roseburg did what they needed to do tonight. We knew that it was a South Eugene team that is young, inexperienced, banged up, and is on a losing streak at 0-6 coming into it, now 0-7. So Roseburg came out and did what they needed to do. They kind of played this game the way it needed to be played, and they proved to us that, look, no quit left in this season. I think they understand that to get to the postseason,
the only option to do so is to win the final 3 games.
Absolutely, and it started here today. Wire-to-wire win against South Eugene. Dominant effort, up 28-0 at the half. Obviously, you'd like to see a couple of more plays go Roseburg's way, specifically that field goal attempt at the end of the first half. A little bit of a blemish, a couple of holding calls, but that's nitpicking, right? This team won 35-6. They should celebrate. This is by far the best effort of the year for this team.
Roseburg gets the win. They improved to 3-4 overall on the season. They are now 2-4 in league play. Coming up next, the Roseburg Indians will be at home against Eagle Point for senior night, for homecoming night. Should be a big night coming up on Friday next week. Let's take a look at our final BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update for you here tonight. If you've got a move taking you out of town here soon, get in touch with BTB Moving. They'll provide the labor services for your moving needs. They're veteran-owned and affordable. You can book your services now at 541-315-0122 or find them on Facebook at BTB Moving. Around Douglas County, last score we had to report, it was 22-0 Siuslaw on top of Sutherland. Haven't had an update on that one since our halftime report. South Umpqua gets a win over Brookings Harbor 42-0.
Big couple of games upcoming. They got Douglas and Sutherland coming up for them.
Yeah, so they've got a chance to kind of control their own destiny on the path to the playoffs. Last report from Oakland, where they had a top 10 battle against Myrtle Point going on. The Oakland Okers had gotten an interception, turned it into a touchdown, got the 2-point conversion, leading 38-14 on top of Myrtle Point. Second half team there at Oakland. The Okers starting to pull away, looking to go to 7-0 on the season. Earlier today, we had a final from Days Creek at Powers. Number 1 Powers wins 64-25. Around the league tonight, Crater was at North Eugene. The Comets winning in that one at last report. Third quarter action, 24-14. Crater on top of North Eugene, and that would be a big win for the Comets. Churchill in the fourth quarter, in the battle for first place in the league, handing it to Willamette 36-14. The score in that one, Churchill looking to become the best team in the league and stay undefeated in league games. So that is a look at your BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update tonight. Any final thoughts here tonight before we start ripping it down, before the lights hopefully turn off on us? Or avoid that, here tonight?
I think the big thing that stands out is just this was a dominant effort, and you got 2 more games coming up against teams of similar caliber, you could say. South Eugene probably the team at the bottom of the standings for a reason, but Eagle Point and Springfield not far behind them, and we saw what South Eugene did against Springfield last week, a competitive game in that one, put up some yards, and you're hoping that replicates over the next couple of weeks for this team.
Well, we'll see how it all plays out as Roseburg will be on the at home for their final home game of the regular season. Most likely final home game of the year for the Roseburg football team.
Yeah, and also I do want to say Coach Watson came up to me and was like, "Man, I actually have my voice today because at home he said the Roseburg crowd is so loud that he's screaming a lot." So good props to the Roseburg home crowd this season. Been making some noise, and this week, he gets to preserve his voice a little bit today. So that is one final thought.
Well, let's hear them make some noise coming up next week. It'll be a big one there and a game that should be winnable for the Tribe as they welcome in Eagle Point. So hopefully we'll see you out there for the game. You got homecoming. You'll get a chance to see the award-winning Roseburg High School Marching Band Ensemble. It's just going to be a fantastic night at the ballpark. And coming up next Friday night to kick off at 7 o'clock, we'll have coverage for you here on The Score. Now, as we wrap it up here tonight, I want to say thanks to the South Eugene Axe for having us here this evening. I had a lot of fun and got a great spot to call the game from here tonight. Want to say thanks to Athletic Director Adam Blue, Head Coach Matt Watson, the entire Roseburg football program for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg football here on The Score. Want to say thanks to Cooper for helping out with the video production tonight. Thanks to Knight Uretsky for the great work, as always, on the color analysis, as well as stat keeping and sideline and all the other stuff that he does throughout the week.
I put the multi and multimedia.
Yes, he does. So thanks to Knight for helping out here tonight. Back in the studio, it's Brenton Cranford running the radio production for us here tonight. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Keyran. Let's do it again Friday night. How about that? It sure was fun here tonight. It will be great to do it again next week when Roseburg hosts Eagle Point for another league contest. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. Pregame coverage starts at 6:45. Make sure you tune in early early for the Friday night pregame show presented by Mountain Mike's Pizza to get caught up with the latest in high school football around Douglas County. We'll do it all again next week. You can tune in for Roseburg football, streaming with video online at 541radio.com, presented by the Cow Creek Tribe, or you can catch Roseburg Sports right here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.